Hello, everyone. So today we're talking about the case of Mustapha Fa Dao. So this case, we have very little information. Not so much so that I wanted to include it in a mini cases video, but it's probably going to be shorter than usual, um, than what I normally do for videos that only have one person in it. So this is likely going to be very, very short. I wasn't quite sure if I wanted to put this person in a mini cases video or not. I decided to just do it like I am. So I apologize for the lack of information, the lack of photos, but I still thought it was important to talk about. All the links I used for research will be down below, like always. There will also be a link to a case suggestions forum, a link to my other podcast that I hope you go and check out. And yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say. So let's go ahead and get into this. So, like I said, there's very few details about the case. Mustapha, known to those close to him as Fa, was only 18 when he vanished from Brownsburg, Indiana on July 12, 2000, so 24 years ago. He was last seen at a gas station waiting for a ride to go to a friend's house. He hasn't been seen or heard from since. His parents reported him missing to the police the next morning when he didn't come home. I could find no information on any actual investigation being done, and I wouldn't be surprised if the police never even bothered to try. Regardless, his family have spent the last 24 years searching for any sign of him. There was a release of an article in 2017, the of Indianapolis Star, where his parents continue living in the same home and using the same phone number in case he comes home or tries to contact them. And whenever I do cases or I research cases, and there's always the detail of like the parents, they never move away, they never change their phone number, they'll still use landlines, just on the off chance that their kid might come home, might want to try to contact them. It always breaks my heart because it's like they're just holding on to any last bit of hope that they possibly can, and it just like rips your heart out, honestly. But they have just like strong hope that he will contact them one day. Um, but there's very little publicity in this case, and not much else is known about him or what happened to him that July night 24 years ago. Um, I couldn't even really find anything about Mustafa, honestly, like who he was, where he went to school, any jobs he might have had, what his friends had to say, what his family had to say, like no hobbies or anything like that, which I really like to try to find. I don't want to feel like I like make him like into a human. That just sounds weird to say, but in cases where it's like you talk about this person, because for a lot of people, they don't view these people as people, and I feel like when you have information, it kind of like humanizes them, which is really sad to say, but it's also just a way to like get to know the person and be like, this is a real life person. And it just makes me sad when like information like that just isn't known, because they are people that have their own interests and their own likes, and we just don't know anything about them. But also, we have no information about interviews, searches, nothing like that. So that's what I was saying is I wouldn't even be surprised if the police never even bothered to do anything, because this is a minority case. It wouldn't be surprising to me if they put this on the back burner or like just didn't bother to do anything at all. Would not surprise me. Um, but we have a quote from his mother, and her name is Ha Sali, and she says, "It doesn't matter what happened. He always." I'm sorry, I misread that. She says, "It doesn't matter what happened. We always wish he'll come back soon." End quote. And to just think that 24 years later, they're still holding on to that hope that, like, we don't even care what happened. We don't care why you left if you just left. Just come back home. We'll always want you to come back home. It just breaks my heart. But other than that, I have a description of him. If you were in this area at that time, if you've seen anything, at the time Mustapha was 18 years old. He is of Asian descent with black hair and brown eyes. He stood at about 5'4" to 5'6" and 110 to 120 pounds. He was last seen wearing baggy blue jeans, a gray polo tee with size 7.5 leather loafers, and a gold dragon necklace. Today, he would be in his 40s. He would actually be 42 years old. Anybody with any information is urged to contact the Brownburg Police Department at 317-852-1109. So, unfortunately, that's all I have on Mustapha. If there are any updates, I'll of course bring them to you. But for now, thank you so much for listening to his case, and I will see you guys very soon. Let me know what you think down below. Bye, guys.